Hi, Allie. So, this is your Christmas present. And the plan is, if I am able to like get all this done by Christmas, or when I see you for Christmas, is I am going to be learning watercolor with you. We're figuring it out as I go along because I don't actually use watercolors all that often. But you know, whatever. I know you like watercolor and I have watercolor. I just never really use it. So I'm going to make you some like little tutorials. And if I mess up, then you can mess up with me. If not, then we can just like, I don't know, open an art museum together. But I've heard that if you tape down the sides of the watercolor, it stops it from bowing, which I don't know. I remember that being an issue for me because I use a lot of water, but we'll see if it helps. So I'm gonna just kind of show you what I already know and you can follow along. My plan is to only paint half the pages except for this one. This one's the cover introduction page. I only want to cover half the page so you can use mine as a reference in yours and go from there. If you want to do something different than yours, than the one that I'm going to give you, go right on ahead. But yeah. So I don't have a paper towel, so I'm going to use a tissue. Let's see. And then I don't have any specific watercolor brushes either, so this is going to be interesting. I didn't actually wash these brushes from last night, so we'll see how it goes. So this is a cover. I know you like the kind of like mint sage greenish look to it, or to anything really. So I think that I'm gonna kind of do a wash on the border and then just do like words, which I am not good with letters or writing and that kind of stuff. I can't make my handwriting look good. So we are just going to use a marker for that. Oh, I have a thing. I have this pipette thing. I think I might have an extra one that I can give you too with your little book. But I can use that to add water. That way I only need to pull a portion of the actual color from the paint. I don't even know if that's within shot. The second one isn't. What's this called? My palette is super high-tech expensive. It's a printer paper with a sheet protector over it. Let me just kind of pull that color over here because I know you can see that-ish right around there. So yeah, I am going to start with this light green. I probably don't have to walk you through this one because this one's kind of a on my own. This is gonna take forever. An on my own thing. But yeah, I want to kind of show you some little tricks and stuff for texture that I've seen. Just kind of show you what I know so that you may use it in the future. I have no idea how I'm going to edit these videos or if I'm even going to edit them, but I mean, you can always adjust the playback speed and rewind and everything if you don't want to listen to me talk. My paintings usually take 4 hours. So I'll definitely shorten it down to maybe like an hour. So like if you have time, an hour each, maybe. I want to say that there's room for 12 pages in the book that I bought to give to you. So yeah, but I'll also give you some extra pages because I have lots of watercolor paper that I never use because I never use watercolor. But yeah, you'll also notice that my style is very much fake it till you make it, and I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. But yeah, it should be fun. And this will also give me something to look back on because once I paint something, I have no idea what I did to achieve it. Like, at all. And I promise next video I will have music or something going on because this is boring already. I don't know if you want to listen to me talk this entire time or not, but then again, you can just like speed ahead, do some skippy skips, I don't know. Put this on as background noise as you do like schoolwork or something. I'll keep you company that way. But yeah. So, bristles are literally the worst. I still haven't quite figured out how to get rid of those yet. But, yeah. So right here, this is what I think is called a wash, where you just do a bunch of watered down colors to get a background. And would you look at that? I had some red left over in my brush. And that's why I use clean brushes. I don't know what kind of watercolor paints that you have, but I think in general, it'll all be the same. Even if you have like the kind where it's like a dry puck and you add water to it, it should all work the same because color doesn't really change. It might have a slightly different like color itself, or it might be more pigmented or less pigmented, but you know. And I would like to say that I will watch tutorials on how to do watercolor too, but I probably won't. So this is just going to be me teaching you how to do the things that I do sometimes. I don't know if I should even start with instruction on this one because like you're probably not going to recreate it. Like this is literally just a sheet to go in the front. It'll be all cutesy and everything. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Maybe add some more like concentrated through here. I don't know. Okay, and I think I'm gonna do like a leaf thing, maybe. Should probably wait for this to dry. This paint has some issues. It's chunky. So this is bubbling a little bit. The way that I heard to fix this so that it's flat is to flip it upside down and just basically put water on the back and then press it. So like paint on the front, it'll do like its little wavy Pringle thing, and then just put something down on the front so it doesn't mess it up. Put it face down and then either spray or brush on water, not like super soak or anything like that, but just brush water on the back and then put books on it. And then it should dry flat in theory. But then again, tape is also supposed to help, but it's still bowing. All right, I was going to do a thing. Let's do the thing. Find a different brush. Sure. Let's do a darker brown. I have that Bruno Mars song from TikTok stuck on my head. And that's another issue I'm gonna have. I foresee. Beautiful. And then, I don't know if I want to go extra and do a bunch of different kinds of brushes. Sure I do. The question is which brushes. So just kind of and just lots of in general. Sure. Should actually probably be done better with acrylic going over, because that just kind of blends in. But it's okay, we're learning. We're gonna learn how to do this. Hopefully. I'm just gonna go in. Yeah, so like I was saying, this video probably isn't the most important one out of all the videos, but plan is to either use my current YouTube account or maybe create a new one, I don't know. And then upload videos of me doing the painting things on there. And I'll like label each painting so you know which video corresponds to what. But yeah, it'll be like a mystery every time you watch a video, because I'll have no idea if it works out or not. So yeah. So just do that. Maybe some of that. Get some of these. And then just do like And you said you wanted stickers for Christmas. Yeah, so my hope is to have all 12 paintings done by the time I see you for Christmas. That is my hope, my plan. But I am also a college student with mental health issues. So we'll see. This is not obeying any of the laws of light. Any of like the artsy fartsy rules that I learned in school. But that's okay. So right here, I'm just layering wet on wet, and I'm using the dark color along the outside of the leaf. Towards the end, I'm filling it in dark. I'm gonna go back in with a lighter color, just kind of blend it a little bit. Do the same thing with the sides. And I can go in with a little bit more brown. Do some like extra stuff. Not to be dramatic, but I wanna die. This bitch got me feeling right, paying chicks. And you will find that I also have issues with staying in the lines, which you would think as an artist I wouldn't, but I do. So I just make the lines bigger, which is why I don't like my art being looked at up close. Because up close you can definitely see it's a mistake. Like Fergie singing the national anthem. If my phone ever like dies in the middle of me making these videos, I am going to be so mad. Okay, then I'll add just like in the little stem. Just little juice though, not like anything big. And then, I don't know if I want to add flowers. Yeah, let's add flowers, why not? Just little branches off. And I don't know what kind of flowers they're gonna be, but they're gonna be flowers, okay? Try to make that look like it was on purpose. Okay. So let us see. I think I got bit by something because my hand is super itchy. Trying to think. Do I want to be like one of those extra TikTok girls or not? The answer is usually yes. But I gotta think, what would Allie want? Because Allie is going to be doing these things with me. So I think I'm just going to try to make it as concentrated as possible. So like, I'm barely gonna add in water so that when it shows up, it still doesn't do what I want it to do. That looks like a penis. We're gonna add some more. Okay, okay. Yeah, so I hope you have acrylic too, because based off of this, I am definitely gonna go in after and probably just add some swirls of white acrylic paint just to make them look a little bit more flowery. But I can try to save them using only watercolor first, because that is the goal to this book, is just learning watercolor. Don't ask me what kind of flowers these are. I have absolutely no idea. This one hasn't opened yet, so let's try this one. This one's crusty. Probably shouldn't have put it next to the green, because green and red do not make nice choices together. Okay, this is a little bit better. This I could work with this. So now I am just making shapes in the general direction of these stems. Did I think this was going to be a subtle background? Yes. Did it end up being a subtle background? No. And I need to water this down some more, because now it's acting like acrylic, and we don't want that. We want watercolor. Okay, what are some other songs that I can sing besides that one line with a song that I don't know? Do I have black? I do have black. Do I want to teach you how to do lines? No. I'll just use Sharpie afterwards. Don't judge. I don't think that this is the color that I used, so I will try it. I probably could have just left it at the green streaky background color. Because I don't know where I was going with these flowers. Okay, that kind of works. So I'm just gonna layer on these different reds just to give some kind of dimension, maybe. And I got green in the red, which is what I did not want to do. But it's okay. I'll definitely put on music for your sake too, because this has got to be like super boring. All right. With these videos, you'll also be able to tell what side of TikTok I'm on, because those are the songs that get stuck in my head now. Because I never get off of TikTok, ever. Let's see, what's another song that I know? I know lots of songs. Why do I not know any songs right now? Besides frickin' Bruno Mars's Angry song. I'm really hoping that you can hear me babbling too, and it's not just like because that would also suck. Because it's supposed to feel like I'm right there with you, teaching you, walking you through it. But if all you hear is like very vague talking, muttering, murmuring, and that would be bad. I like how that one looks. I like how dark it was. So I think one of the things that I struggle with in all of my art is contrast. I never know what is going to be too much or too little contrast, so I usually underdo it, which in turn gives me little to no dimension. And then when I go back and do it, it's an afterthought, so sometimes it just doesn't blend with how it originally looked. So just go with your instinct. If you feel like you need more darker colors, add some darker colors. I probably should have set a timer before I started recording this, because I have to pick Kylie up from school soon, I think. But oh well, she'll text me when I'm 5 minutes late and then I can leave. So if you're wondering when I am filming this, which you probably aren't, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, it is, I don't even know the date. It is a Thursday. Oh man, I didn't want yellow. I bought a car last weekend. I have a car. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm also really inexperienced with YouTube. I mean, I've made videos for schoolwork in the past, but I haven't really done anything like with my personal account. So we'll see how that works out. If I do end up uploading these to my personal account, then I will make an album for you to look at so that they're all in one place. Not that I have other videos on my account to get them mixed up with. But yeah, that's the plan, which I'm probably going to tell you another couple times because I really don't know what else to say. I don't even know if I really have to say anything. I don't even know if you're still watching at this point. But, you know, just in cases. There's nothing else to listen to on here right now. You probably already know this because if I've given you this gift, it's already December, or later. I don't know when you're actually gonna get around to watching these or following along, or if you are, but I'm gonna go to California in December and visit you guys, and we can go in rides in my fun little zippy car. It's gonna be so much fun. Hopefully by that time I'll have figured out all the little gadgets and gizmos in the car so I can like really show it off. But yeah, pro tip, tissues, they're nice. That's how I do a lot of my watercolors and even acrylics when I do them. Is if I do something that I don't want and it's still wet, I just blot it away. And it works most of the time, but sometimes I just have like unclean edges or whatever. But I'm going to take inspiration from all these TikTok artists that I see, and we're gonna use line work to try and cover up the messy and make it look like it was on purpose, even though it really isn't. Yeah, I need to figure out what to like actually name the book to. The book has 12 pages, I think, so you'll have 12 paintings. I think I'm going to do a blue tape down the middle just so that it's really clean. I have one side, you have the other, and I might leave the tape on just so that you have my side, your side, when you go to paint on them too, and they don't bleed over each other. If you have issues with the blue tape when you're peeling it off, take a hairdryer to it and it'll loosen the adhesive and it shouldn't tear the paper. This paper is Arteza watercolor, 140 pounds. Which I'm pretty sure is a good thing. Cold press, ooh, and dual-sided. So I'm assuming that means that you can just paint on both sides. One's probably smoother than the other. Yeah, the back side's a lot smoother. Probably should have used the back side on this. Yeah. And this is drying really fast, so let's just kind of make it look like it was on purpose. Yeah. So we're just gonna very loosely. And we're just gonna do some decorative scribbles in there. Just gonna and we're also going to do over here too. Just give it some personality, you know. We don't make mistakes, we just make art. Pretty sure Bob Ross had to have said that at some point. I've never watched Bob Ross. Maybe I'll watch one of his videos for inspiration for one of these videos. Oh, another thing going on in my life right now. I met this guy and we're going on a date next week. That's gonna be crazy. I'll probably tell you about it afterwards. If not, then it probably didn't go too good. But yeah, we're gonna go get ice cream or something like that. Yeah. He commissioned me for a painting and then he was like, hey, I think you're cute. And I was like, you're lying. And then he was like, what's your number? And I was like, oh, dang. He's trying to get free art. But so far, I'm pretty sure he hasn't been expecting free art. Which is nice. We're just kind of going with it. Gotta do the joops on this one too. Mother, Okay, Turtle, what are some other songs? The cat is in the bed next to this. Let's do some more, like, just like going up, because why not? This is our book. We can do what we want with it. Also do one going crooked because, like, symmetry is not found in nature unless you ask my chemistry teacher, because apparently they like to form like bonds and shapes and structures symmetrically. I graduate next semester, Allie. Like, I'm old. I'm gonna have a degree, like an adult. It's gross. And then let's also do another, like, little leafy thing, because why not? And another that had red in it, but oh well. Extra. Nice thing about watercolors, it's never really dry. You can always just add more water to it. And then it's just diluted. But it's still like the colors and everything, which is nice. That one is very brown. So that one is what happens when you mix the green with the red, because they are complementary colors, so they cancel each other out, but in the process they make a brown. Maybe I'll do a color wheel, although I don't really know enough about the color wheel to like actually teach you about it, but maybe. It's a possibility. I don't even know where I'm gonna put the words anymore. This is getting a bit much. But it's okay, because it's our book. And we can do whatever we want with it. Including mess it up, because like really, who is going to say it? Who cares? Unless we make like masterpieces. Oh no, our table. is broken. I want to add some yellow to the outside of these because I feel like I did a lot more yellow with the other ones. Just and this is a really, really quick, not even a tutorial. This is just throwing it on there and hoping for the best thing. So I don't want to do any sort of outlining with these guys, so I think that I'm just going to use a darker monochromatic kind of feel to them. Monochromatic means one color, because mono means one, and then chrome probably means color. I don't know. I shouldn't be teaching. But I know that monochromatic means one color. I'm wearing a long sleeve and some sweats, and it is very warm in my room right now, even though the house is cold. Maybe I will add some detailing on these later. Some very basic line things. I don't like blending with watercolor. Acrylic is much easier, but I know you like watercolor and you have watercolor, so I'm gonna do watercolor, damn it. And just do some like decorature. I would say if I'm being annoying, tell me, but then again, you're going to be watching these like probably a month or two after I've made these videos, so like you're just going to have to deal with me being annoying. But yeah, the flowers are dry now, so let's just kind of my pen is having difficulties. Apparently that's still wet. These flowers are not as cute, but you know. There are people on TikTok who make prints like this. And I mean, I guess I get it now, actually doing these like drawings. Like I get it. It's like easy, therapeutic, and simple, and there is no wrong way, because you can just add more black lines and it'll look like it was on purpose. But like, yeah. I like how the lines on the leaves over here are like straighter. I know I can serenade you with all the musicals that you introduced me to. Okay, and now I am just going to say whatever. And we're gonna do acrylic lettering. Because there's no way that like marker will show up nicely with this. So I want to take an almost flat brush. This one's probably too big, but art. Just do. Remember when I said that calligraphy isn't my thing? Yeah, I stand by that. Straight lines are the bane of my existence. So I know that I've known you for your entire life, but I still have to think about whether or not you use 2 L's or not. And if this is wrong, then it's okay. I'll just film a second video of me making a new background. That sounds really bad. I love you so much. I just am not smart and have really bad memory. Then we're just gonna shoot. That was terrible. Wow. I was expecting that to go so much better than it just did. But it's okay, because it's art. All right. And then I can go in with, let's do like the watered down kind of white patch right here. Just like opaque. Not doing what I wanted it to do. Like at all. I know that you like my art and that you like always say that you want to do art like me, but you're just gonna see how messy and unintentional my art making process is. That I don't know how I get paid to do this sometimes. Okay, now I just need to let it dry. Actually, I think it looks kind of good. I think it looks decent. And I think that this is a good example of the work that we're going to do. Because our work is not going to be perfect and it's going to like be sloppy, but that's okay. Because it'll look like it's intentionally sloppy. That is the key. You can mess up, but you gotta mess up with intent. With passion. And acrylic always takes so long to dry. And wet paint like messes with markers. This is not what you're supposed to do, but it's what I'm going to do. All right. looked like it was one line. That's why I wanted it to dry. Maybe it won't be watercolor. Maybe we'll just call this mixed media, because we're not just going to use watercolor. Probably gonna use some markers, some pencil. I know that we're gonna use salt at one point. Maybe for like an ocean scene or something. Because salt makes this really cool texture. Oh wow, that is very dead. Sure. I think it turned out nice. And then you just kind of, I like to pull it at an angle. Make sure you pay attention, this paint or this tape goes over this one. Ooh, but look at those clean lines. So pretty. And after this, you probably need to just hold down a corner. You can see it took up some of the paper, but that's okay. I like it. I hope you like it too. I hope you like this little series and instructions. Like, look at that. Now we can get started. Just let it air out a little bit and put it in the book. Where did I put the book? There it is. I don't want it to just make sure that it won't transfer as I'm putting it in there. All right, so we'll see. The papers are actually bigger than the folder, so I had to cut them down. So we'll see if I did it right. And would you look at that? Yay, Merry Christmas. So I'll have all these filled for you for Christmas, all 12 pages. With videos on how to do it. Love you.